this morning at 3:30. So we're coming up on 12 hours of work. We came in at 3:30 to pick up a full 40-foot container full of pasta. Took it down to the big grocery store distribution warehouse in the Campbell industrial area. Of course, it was pouring rain the whole time we did that. Dropped that off on their dock, what was it, dock 2031. Bobtailed back to the terminal and picked up another full 45-foot container full of pasta. Went back to the same place, the big grocery store distribution warehouse. Put that right next door on dock 32. After that, I had 4 full container loads of appliances to take out to the distribution warehouse in Campbell Industrial. But dispatch wanted me to go over to the coffee roaster and pick up an empty container from them. So we did that first. Dropped that off at the shipping terminal. It's still pouring rain. Probably why the camera didn't come out. Picked up the first of the 4 appliance cans. Of course, safety check was expired on the chassis, so we had to take it to the mechanics. Took that out, and the appliance warehouse that we're delivering to is a little bit in over their head at the moment with all the sales going on. And so we're trying to help them out. Normally we don't do this much work for them, but I guess it is the season. So we got the first one off, and then they had an empty container there, so I picked that up and brought that back to the shipping terminal Sand Island. Of course, we had to fight the traffic. It's been pouring rain all day, so the traffic has been moving a little on the slow side, and every now and then there's a mishap and things get backed up. Well, we took the second full container out, and this time there was no room at the end, so I helped them move a few cans around and get squished in. And about that time, dispatch called me, asked me what was going on. I gave him a heads up, and he said, well, I just gave one of the 4 container loads to another driver, so be aware of that. Which helped out a lot, but the problem was there was no place to put the containers. So I helped them move a few more things around, and then picked up the second empty container. Brought that back to the shipping terminal, which was on a modified schedule. Of course, they had to go to lunch today, so 11:15 to 1 o'clock they were closed. While I was waiting in line, though, to go into the shipping terminal, I get a call from dispatch, and they said, don't take any more containers out to that appliance warehouse. They just can't handle it. Because I had 4 and another driver had 3, so that's 7. Instead of taking another full out, we just bobtailed back out to the shipping terminal where we picked up the first container of the day. This is a empty 40-foot container, but there's 8 damaged cases of pasta inside. So we have to take that back to our terminal and get it checked in with OS&D. That's overages, shortages, and damage. So they'll take it and process it, and then they'll determine whether to sell it, return it, or throw it away. Probably do a little bit of both, a little bit of each. So all we got to do is get this to our terminal, get the freight offloaded, do a bunch of paperwork, check in with dispatch, maybe they'll want to dump this empty container afterwards. Shipping terminal stays open until 3:45, so we got an hour to do all this if we're going to dump it. Of course, traffic and the lights are not cooperating. And it's still gloomy as all get up. You know, every now and then a rain shower comes through, but I get the feeling the weather's getting better because you can see the top of the mountains are not enshrouded in clouds, but that can change. Weatherman says the weather's not going to get good until Sunday. So Sunday the sun comes out. In the meantime, it's winter in Hawaii. So now that we're in December, this is when I do all my health related stuff. My annual checkup, dentist, eyes. And we also got a couple of sick cats. So between the cats, me and my wife, we got a lot of doctor appointments this month. Next month, January, we're going to go visit Mom in New York. So I'm looking forward to that. She'll be 90 years old. Alright, I don't think there's any grab it now. See how many lights we can catch. That turn we just made is kind of tricky on rainy days like today because you're actually turning more than 90. And when it's wet like this and you have a heavy load, the front front steering wheels have a tendency to slide when you turn that hard. So you really got to go slow because sometimes the truck will just start going slide away out. As far as sliding like that, that's number one spot as far as I know. It normally only happens on rainy days. It's usually just the front tires. First time you slide into the curb, it's a wake-up call, and after that you kind of learn your lesson. Docks, but the doors are closed. That's because it's probably like 75 degrees outside, rainy. A little bit cool today. Got the air conditioning on in the truck just to keep the windows from fogging up because of the high humidity. The big box containers for the weekend. One of the bigger driving challenges we do in this yard is that you can't really hurt the container because it's made to be tapped, banged around. And so as a result, when we park them in the middle of the yard, we park them literally inches, 2 inches apart from each other. So when you're trying to put it into the hole like that, you got 2 inches on one side, 2 inches on the other side. The thing is, after a while of doing it over and over and over, you start to get pretty good at it. And I'd say just about every driver here can get it in there, and that's one of our newer drivers up there. Less than a year. Let's see, do we have it opened up? No. So we got the paperwork filled out, turned in. Dispatch says just go ahead and leave it for the Sunday drivers. I'm just going to leave them a little message. And they'll take it in on Sunday when they're picking up the LTLs. Dispatch said you can go ahead and shut it down. I think I'm going to wipe the truck down though, because it looks like it's been out in the rain all day. Just maybe 10 minutes. Considering the amount of freight that we moved this week, though, there's yards. Looks like it's in pretty good shape. I mean, there's still 4 pages on the community list. Some of the places we're taking our freight to got the same problem. They can't handle it anymore right now at the moment. First can of the day, and it's the last container load of the day. So we worked a 12-hour day. We only moved 8 containers, but I think we drove over 200 miles. We did a lot of driving, and a lot of it was in bad conditions. Raining so hard that the traffic slows down to like 30 miles an hour. Let's find some place to park. The drivers are still out. Whew. Man, we did all right. So Monday it'll be full of containers again. AC off. I left the light on. I didn't realize it, but it's the utility light, and if you leave that light on for too long, it automatically turns itself off. I didn't know that. So the light was off, but the switch was still on. See, you learn something new about your truck almost every day. This is for requesting a day off. This is some paperwork we just did. Looking forward to the weekend, relaxing. Wanna build some shelves in one of my closets. shelves are already built. They're being used as bookshelves right now. But I want to redesign it, put it in the middle of the closet, and use it for clothes. How many miles did we drive? 302. 403. So definitely 200 miles. 233 miles. Wow. That's almost a record, I think, for me. A lot of miles in rainy weather. I should put that in parentheses next to it. 8 movements, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The time now is 3:27. Making soup for dinner tonight. After working in the rain all day, I can hardly make a nice big pot of soup. Thinking of some type of bean soup with potatoes and carrots and celery and onions, a little bit of mushroom maybe, and some type of beans. Yeah. That's all I've been wanting all day long. But that is it for this week. Thanks for watching.